Welcome back. So in my previous video you have checked regarding like how to remove resources from the project group. So now we need to add resources. So the first thing to do, like we will be adding in our cases, like we have case 3 and case 4 where we can add 2 persons to the project team or like 4 persons to the project team. So to do that, what you have to do is open your first like your HC file. So because we are adding resources here, what you have to do is and then open your Excel sheet. So in my case 3 I'm adding like 2 persons. So this is the case 3. I have tester 1 and developer 1 and the resources are desktop 4 and desktop 5. So firstly you need to enter your data on the resource sheet. So what you have to do is you have to enter your tester 1 and then developer 4 and then the desktop 4 and then desktop 5 as resources, and make sure you select these as material resources, and the hourly rates from the Excel file. So the hourly rate for tester 1 is 35, so 35, and for developer 4 it's 14.91. So and the cost for desktop 4 is 1500 and this is 2000. So you enter this data and save this file as 11A. So see your 11A file. So this is how the data looks like on the 11A file. And now navigate, what you have to do is navigate to view menu item and select task sheet view. Now what we have to do is we need to add these to the rows, or add tester 1, developer 4 to rows 22 and 30. And developer 4 to rows 5, 19 and 27. So tester 1 to rows 22 and 30. So select the rows. So where is 22 and 30? So if suppose if it is these numbers are not displaying on your page, on your project file, just select on that. Hover on that, you will get the data. So 22 is here and I will be adding tester 1. So you can see tester 1 and then his associated resource is desktop 4, so select desktop 4, click on enter, and then you need to add this tester 1 to 22, so row 22 and the other row is 30, so I'll add here tester 1, desktop 4, and then I'll be to rows 5, 9 and 5, 19 and 27, so 5, so I'm adding developer 4 and his resources desktop 5, and the other row is 19, so select this row, click on developer 4 and his resource is desktop 5, click on enter, and the other row is 27, so 27 is here, so 27, developer 4 and desktop 5, and over here you will have this displayed. So you added resources to the stars, so by default it is selected as increase the amount of work but keep the same amount of duration. So for this you need to do reduce the duration but keep the same amount of work. So hover and reduce the duration but keep the same amount of work. And now you need to save this file as 11B. So your 11B looks like this, so with all the data entered correctly. And navigate back to view. This is your entry sheet and make this as cost sheet. So cost sheet, and save this file as 11C. So your 11A, 11B and 11C looks like this. So we have added like 2 people to the project team. Now we need to add 4 persons to the project team. So I will be closing my 8A file, because since I've modified my 8B file, 8C file, so I don't want to save changes to this. So I'll now open up the same 8C file, and over here we will be adding like 4 resources, like 4 persons to the project team and their material resources. So one is tester 1, developer 4, system analyst 4, and the other one is project manager 1. Tester 1, developer 4, project manager 3 and system analyst 4. So tester 1, developer 4 and then project manager 4, project manager 3, sorry, and then system analyst 4. Enter the hourly wages from your Excel that you have calculated. So from table 7, it's 45.545 for project manager. So make sure it is 45.45, and for system analyst 36.36, and for tester 1 it is 38.64, and for developer 4 it's 29.55. So you need to enter the material resources as well. So for tester 1 it is desktop 4, for developer 4 it's desktop 5, and so on and so forth, and save this file of 8C as 12A. So I'll show how 12A looks like. So this is your 12A file with all the data that is entered, and now what you have to do is you need to create another table entry group. So navigate to view, table, other views, and select entry. So it is entry by default. So this is how it looks like. And after that, what you have to do is after creating these resources, you need to just level all the resources. If you see any red icon displayed, so leveling all the resources, nothing but the same procedure that was explained on lab 1. So just go to resource and you can just level all the resources. If you see any red icons displayed here, red symbols displayed here, and that file should be saved as 12B. So if you see any data like that, so the 12B is nothing but a general task sheet view. So I need to mention like how do you add the resources as well. So after creating the resources here, you need to, after adding resources here, what you have to do is you need to navigate to view and then more views and then task sheet. Just click on task sheet, and over here it was mentioned here you need to add it to the rows as I've mentioned previously for 2 persons. How do you do for 2 persons? In the similar way we need to do it for the 4 persons as well. So tester 1 to be added on rows 22 and 30. So I'll just select tester 1 here. So tester 1, and it is desktop 4. Make sure you're selecting correct resources, desktop 4, and click on enter, and so you'll get this warning displayed, and keep it reduce the duration but keep the same amount of work. You need to do that when you get this for all your persons, when you add all persons to the project team. So make sure you add all these to the respective rows that are mentioned here, like 22, 30 for tester 1, and 21, 29 for developer 4, and 19 and 27 for project manager 3, and 12 and 14 for system analyst 4. So after you add, make sure you select the icon there, and then you need to save this file like in the entry sheet view. By default this is on entry sheet view, so you will see this file as 12B, and then the cost sheet view as 12C. So it's mentioned here, the 12A resource sheet, and 12B is entry sheet, and 12C is the cost sheet. So after creating all this data, we need to project with graphs. Like we need to generate the risk graphs, like if it is worth doing from the risk perspective or not. We need to do that on the Excel. So in order to know the steps of like creating the graph, please view my next video on software project management risk management lab of part 3. Thank you.